Hello, my darling. You're with Laura today, and I recorded you a super quick and simple video about how you can map out your strategy into next year. And you can come back to this at any point you like. You're going to be doing lots of stopping and starting, so I'm cramming in as much as possible to make sure that you have all of the advice and the tips that you need to be able to build a really high level map. Now, listen, I'm setting myself a challenge of 10 minutes or less. Woo, I love talking. Don't know if that'll work. So I'm going to talk fast. There might be a few bloopers, but listen, you're a busy woman, I'm a busy woman. So I want to give you that secret sauce so that you can make things happening pronto. So if you haven't already, grab a pen and paper and know that you can come back to this video as many times as you like, and I am here to support you. Okay, my friend. So when mapping out your strategy, I want you to be thinking about these 10 things. I always want you to start with number one, what's the financial goal that you want to achieve in your business? And what we're going to do is we're going to reverse engineer everything else around that. So what I'll be encouraging you to do is after this is to open up an Excel document or a Google document and map out the calendar running all the way through from January to December, or you might want to do it in your calendar year, whatever works best for you well. And what I want you to do from this is break down that big financial goal and spread it across the months. Now, with the goal, and I could spend a whole session on this and I could talk to you about money mindset and all of that good stuff, pick a goal that feels really good. And you can have three different levels of a financial goal. You can have a good level. So, what feels really good? What is the minimum that you would be happy walking away with at the end of your year? And you can make it a gross goal. So, as in sales. You can make it a cash goal. I would advise you to make it a cash goal. You want that cash in your bank. And I would then get really excited about that. So, good, what the better option for that would be, and what the best option would be, which it would be, wow, if I was to be able to achieve all this, Laura, like life made, it's going to be the best year ever. So have a think about what your good, better, and best goals would be so that you're clear on what kind of money do I want to be bringing in. Number two, my darling, what is your capacity like over that year? Now, you might think I've got 12 months, I want to hit 10 grand every single month, I want to hit 5 grand every single month. Who knows? But actually, I've been in business coming up for 2 years now. And if I look back over the financial transactions and my performance over those 2 years, it goes like that because life goes like that, doesn't it? There are peak buyer times depending on what industry or what sector that you're in. So it tends to be that the start of the year is really good. You've got new year, new you, people are energized. Hopefully, people are wanting to buy your products and your services. Um, Sometimes people fall off the bandwagon with habits and everything when it gets to about March. And again, that's a really good time to be helping people with your services. Then you're getting into spring and the beautiful weather and summer. So you know that probably the first 5 or so months of the year, depending on what you do, that's the time to really make hay. But you want to be looking at what are the nuances for each of those different months. Then you're getting into the summer, and again, depending on what you do and what you want. So, this question is all about your capacity. So, like me, or you may be like me, you may not, I'm a mum of three. So, when the kids are off school, I want to be off school and off work with them as well. And I want to be having fun with them and going away and going to the parks and going to the beach and exploring and having adventures. I don't want to be like my head down in the phone all the time. So when I do that plan for the year, I know that I'm not at 100% capacity for 52 weeks. If anything, and you take off school times, it might be about 36 weeks. Double check that. So I know that every half term and every summer and winter, I'm going to be losing that amount of time potentially, unless I want to be building in passive income, which is a whole different conversation. So already I'm setting realistic goals, aren't I? And I know what's achievable. The third one, I really want you to have fun and feel aligned with your business, okay? It is your business, my queen, nobody else's. So if it doesn't feel good, if you've fallen out of love with the service that you've got or a product, or you feel like you've evolved since you started it, or you actually don't want to be doing what everybody else is doing, you want to do what you want to do, go for it, my queen, okay? You don't want to be implementing somebody else's business strategy. Do what makes you happy. What else? What else? I want you to also think about your products and your services. So this is point 4, okay? We've done financial goals, we've done capacity, we've done having fun and what feels aligned. And then we're looking at number 4, which is all about your products and services. And I want you to list out every single thing and every way that people can work with you at the moment. So it could be, if you're a coach, for example, you might have one-to-one coaching, you might have a group coaching, you might have a membership, you might support people in WhatsApp, you might have a course, you might have a podcast. And what I want you to do is think about what brings you the best results, where do you feel the most aligned, and what do your customers absolutely love? Because when you know that, it makes it really clear on the stuff that you can just drop to the bottom of your list. And then I want you to focus on 1 or 2 core products that you are going to be selling all year round, okay? And again, whole separate conversation about, do you do evergreen where people can buy into your stuff all through the year? Yes. Or do you want to have different launch periods and launch strategies? So that's something you need to think about as well. 5, your branding and your messaging. I want you to really step into owning your voice and your truth and letting people know who you are and what you stand for. And there's 3 questions you should be asking yourself when you're thinking about your branding and your content. It's why you, why them, and why now? If you can answer those 3 things, you will be flying, my darling, okay? So make sure that your branding feels aligned, it feels fun, it represents you. We know that you've got Canva that is free. Obviously, you've got the paid version, which is still worth its weight in gold. But I don't want you hiding behind Canva and spending hours and hours and hours creating loads of different graphics if your content can't answer those 3 questions. So please bear that in mind as well, my darling. Again, when thinking about your content, so going deeper on content for point 6, engage with your audience. Ask them, what do they want? What's keeping them up at night? What are their pain points? What gets them excited? And you can do that through polls, through just asking questions, through reels. You can do so many different mediums, can't you? And you want to be making sure that with your content, you're interacting and you're creating those opportunities for an exchange and for a conversation, and also for you to be educating your audience, to be entertaining your audience, to be offering value to your audience as well. So there's lots of different things that we can do content-wise. Number 7, pick a platform and double down on it, my darling. It is good to have a presence across all of the platforms. The vast majority of content nowadays is transferable, isn't it? You can repurpose it. But I would lock in on, where does your ideal client spend the majority of their time? So for me, it's a mixture between LinkedIn and Instagram. Now, I love Instagram. It's easy, it's fun, it's colourful, but for a lot of different reasons, it drains me. And I actually think it's harder to grow on there. And it makes me feel like sometimes I feel like it's saturated. The reality is it's not. It's just because of my algorithm, the people that I follow, the people that follows me. I see a lot of people doing what I'm doing. So sometimes from a mindset perspective, energetically, I'm a bit like, oh. So where I'm going at is LinkedIn. Let me know if you're on LinkedIn already, or if you're not, I would really encourage you to explore it and come and have a chat with me about how you can do that. I find that the quality in conversations is better. I find it's better to create a community there, and people are more willing to comment and share your stuff. I love going into other people's conversations and hopefully adding value and sprinkling inspiration and support. And I think it is easier to get traction on your posts as well. So I get more eyes on my posts, which is what it's all about, isn't it? I want to reach more of the people that I want to reach. So pick a platform and double down on it, my darling. Don't be spreading yourself too thin. Okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. Number 8, this is so important. You cannot grow your business unless you are having conversations. So think about that. Now, conversations can be in the DMs. Depending on what your personality type's like, you might not feel comfortable jumping on camera. Again, I can help you with that. It could be you having conversations in the DMs. It could be having conversations on people's posts. It could be that you're going to move them into your own audience and you're having calls and you're having conversations like this. Start from the point of, how can I help this person? How can I be of value to them? How can I share with them what I know so that they can go and implement it? And what you'll find is people will reciprocate that and people will be really keen to help you. Don't rely on your content alone. I talk so much about how the fortune is in the follow up. And I've had a client who just this week, I had a call with her on Tuesday. And one of the things that I recommended was get into your DMs and have conversations with people and make them an invitation. And what she's been able to do in 24 hours is land a £400 order, which is 40% of what her target was for the week. And she's done that from reaching out to people. So don't assume that people are seeing your stuff, okay? Have fun, get talking to people. The chances are you're in a people based business. So let's make it happen. Let's bring that joy to people and let's make it as easy as possible for them to work with us, okay? Number 9, sales. Sales, 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 sales. Now, how do you feel when you hear that word? For a lot of us, it's like, oh, maximum cringe. It can be, we feel uncomfortable, we're scared about being rejected, we don't know where to start. My number one hack and tip to change your mindset about sales is to drop the word sales, selling, and move it to invite or making an invitation. Because straight away, there's a different energy in that. You think how you feel if somebody makes you an invitation, you know straight off that they need your consent or your permission for you to take part in that, don't they? So straight away, the pressure's off. It's not like you're forcing somebody to do something. You're inviting them. It could be you're inviting them to come into your space to have a conversation. It could be to get them on a call and to speak with them, see what their challenges are, and if it's possible that you're a match and you can help them. It could be an invitation to check out this link. I have done a solution for you like this video now. I was really called to do this because I want to give you something for free that you can implement, that you will see the results that will change as well. So invitation, 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 okay? And make sure you ask for that invitation. Now, point 10 is around mindset. This in itself needs a bigger discussion, my love. I've taken you through how to map out your strategy for the year, okay? High level. You could have the best strategy in the world. It can be watertight. It could be bulletproof. You can dot all of the I's, cross all of the T's. You can do a presentation on it, whatever. It can be immaculate. But if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't support yourself and back yourself to follow up on that and see things through every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it, darling, and trust me, sister, I've been there and I do go there on a daily basis because it is challenging when you've got your own business and it is challenging when you do things alone, but it doesn't have to be. So I really encourage you, mindset wise and physically, actually, to think about what are the practices that are going to keep you sane and they're going to keep you coming back to you. So that could be journaling, it could be meditating, it could be being part of a network group, having a tribe of people around you that are on the same path as you. I naturally would also say it's about investing in a mentor or a coach so that you've got somebody who has your back, who holds you close, and who will keep you accountable and support you and be there for you to talk through all of the opportunities and all of the challenges that you will face for sure as you're implementing that strategy. So that is 10 things. I hope this is super helpful. I would love to hear from you about how you've mapped out your strategy. What jumps out for you? Did you have any aha moments? What are you excited about? And conversely, what's the stuff that you're freaking out about and you're thinking, oh my God, Laura, I need a little bit of help here and I need to steer here? Message me, whatever platform you found me on, by email, I don't care. I want to hear from you, okay? I am cheering you on. I am so proud of you. You go and get it, my darling, and you go and get it. It's totally you because there's only one you in this whole world and the world needs you, my darling. Thank you so much for your time today.